Welcome to the session. Today we are going to see about the basics of business letter under the topic business communication or business correspondence. This is Dr.R.RAJKUMAR, Assistant Professor in Commerce Bank Management, St.Joseph's College of Arts and Science, Autonomous, Cuddalore, Tamil Nadu, India. What do you mean by business letter? Letter from a business house where the customer or the other business houses or statutory bodies where they can write a letter between or they can communicate between them with the customers. If we take in the business scenario, we can have a communication letter with the customers where they can business people can communicate with the other business people or their statutory bodies. They can be also is differentiated by individual to individual or individuals to the business houses or business people, manufacturers. This is to aim to have a letter to increase one's business perspective and hence tact and perspective power is used in writing them. Why this business letter is important? This is the basic concept we need to understand why business letter is important. Because once everything cannot be spoken and directly or everything cannot be discussed as easily. For everything, for a better business, for better communication, we need some legal proof. For that, the business letter provides more number of important things which leads them to have a success. Next, we are going to see about the kinds of business letter. What are the various types or kinds of business letter? Totally, we have 10 types of business letter. We can discuss it one by one with the various points. Inquiries and reply letters. A letter of inquiry is written to secure information about goods or services that you require. If suppose I need an information about a particular product, I need to inquire about a particular product, so I can able to write a letter to a company or manufacturing or a production company seeking these are the inquiries or these are the information I need to understand about your product, because I have certain doubts about your product, so that if you reply to this letter, I can easily identify or easily understand what your product is really meant for. In this connection, we need to understand, or if I am going to purchase a sports item, sports goods for my college or a sports school, I need to write a letter for a company for stating or inquiring about the quotation or the price list or the samples. I need to use it and or before placing an order, I can write a letter. I have a prospective buyer to a seller. I am a prospective buyer. I am going to buy a product from your manufacturing unit. So I need a certain things to have a discussion or inquiries or some doubts about a product. Please reply me. And the company needs to reply me with a replying letter that about their questions which I have asked in the letter. By this, the communication between the buyer and the seller can be improved, and it leads those things, those communication or relationship will leads the business into a more profitability. It will help the businessman or entrepreneur to have a betterment which includes to have a sales increase in sales growth, and it increases to the maximization of profit. Second one, quotation, estimate and tender notice. What are the quotations? I need to ask some of the booksellers. I am writing a letter to a book publisher. Just I want to purchase this number of purchase various books from your publication. Kindly send me a catalog or price list. I need to understand what are the products, or I need to know what are the products are publishing, what are the titles you are having under your business, under your book publication unit. So these are the things can be stated in a letter. By this, the book publisher can prospective for, as I said, I am a prospective buyer, where the seller can reply a letter with their providing the book list with the price tag. So it will estimate the approximate value of what their particular product, which establishes the success of the growth of the product or a book in a society. Third one, orders and letter informing their fulfillment. A letter of order is a legally binded contract where it is to be written with a proper caution, because these things to be submitted legally somewhere. So if we are going to order in a telephone, it should be not writing it. If you are going to order certain books in a phone, it cannot be legalized. By this, if we are going to write a letter in it, like by ordering a letter, we can have a certain number of copies with us. It will help us to have a refer in the future whether we in which date we have ordered, what are the items I have ordered. So these are the things can be done. By having these things, the seller also can acknowledge with a letter whether we have received your letter. It will take some time, or the printing acknowledgement card, like that. It will improve the customer and the buyer's relationship so successfully. Circular letters, when we have to pass the information to a many number of people, because we can't be able to say the information very personally to large number of people. For that, we can use the circular letter. It will easily reaches the people once it was pasted, or it was circulated around the public or the employees of your company. It will easily approach it. We can fix, if we are going to have a circular notice for a company or organization, we can have a letter pad, and we can type it, what are the requirements we need, or what are the things we have to communicate to the employees. We can type it out and sign it with the head, and we can paste it in the notice board, which includes the effective thing where the circular letter can pass us through the large number of people. It requires it. Letter requesting payments. Now initially, last point I have said, I have ordered in a sports goods for my first sports school. So by requesting, I have received the equipments. I have to pay for that. For paying that, for the credit of the product, I can give a check or demand draft with a covering letter stating that these are the things I have purchased from your shop. These are the total price can be quoted by you. By this, I can have sending you the payment details, or payment, or the check which is attached to it. So by this, the communication can be developed. The communication letter can be so effective and legally for the legally used, and we can keep it as a reference or for the future also. Next one, sales letter. A sales letter is a type of personalized advertising right into the customer's house, easily identified by the customers. So sales letter, by giving the advertisement or certain things to the newspaper or public notice, it can be reaches the selective prospective customers where they can have their high potentiality, or as a customer to a particular product. Existing customer can develop or can reach the potential customer so easily by giving the word of mouth positivity messages to the other persons. Since the sales letter can easily identify or easily communicate to the reaches the people where the promotion of the product or a company's services can be included. So company can also company can also enjoy the personalized type of advertising which reaches the media or the public can be done easily. So it creates a sales letter to read the reader fulfill the need, what are the items, or make them to purchase in the store. Complaints and reply letters. What are the complaints? Most of the time we used to complain to others easily of a product or a service which we have recently purchased. Without saying that, we can directly write a letter to a company whether what are the complaints, by listing what are the complaints we faced by using their particular product or service. Complaint letter is a letter written by the buyer to the seller when the goods and service are getting delayed or not up to the mark to get an adjusted or corrected. So this is what I say. So if we have ordered some product to a particular company, but it doesn't reach us on time, we need to write a letter. We can write a letter by stating in this date I have ordered this list of products, but till now it was not reached to me. What is the problem? Kindly reply. Like that we can do it. So like that we can after purchasing the product, by ordering the particular product, by seeing the picture in the website, but what we have received is totally different, we can write a letter as a complaint. So adjustment letter or a complaint letter, it should be replied with by the company. It should be explained what is the remedy. The company has to reply, because this is the product. For that we have to send it or we can send it. We can get back those product and we can send it another product, new product. We have to investigate. The company has to investigate or solve the customer problem, because the customer is more important and the customer need is more important. What they are requiring is more important. Without satisfying the customer, we cannot run the business, because the customer can easily communicate with the potential customers, and it will make a huge loss or mistake to the manufacturing unit. It should be stopped immediately. So we need to understand, or we need to manufacturer or product producer has to understand what is the real problem of it. 8.1 Goodwill letter. Goodwill is something to greet, thank, appreciating, congratulating. These are the letters will give more number of positive or motivate the person which we are going to send it, which we are sending those letters to them. This kind of letters send the firm or appreciating a industry or a company for having they are using their particular product. If I am a customer of a particular product, particular company, I'm so well satisfied, I can write a letter to your company by stating that I'm using these products, your product for this number of years. I'm totally satisfied customer. It provides more satisfaction and satisfaction by using their product. It will motivate them. It will encourage them to have a more number of product like this and more number of quality of product like this. Next one, agency letter. If suppose I am going to start an agency, I have to write a manufacturer letter that an agent is one who is appointed as an act as another. I'm an agent. I'm just a person who appoints an agent as a principal. So just I'm stating, because he is the one who is responsible for as an agent, and he is the one who is going to take care of my business and the customer needs and everything. This agreement is known as between the buyer and the seller is known as agency agreement. Usually every partnership firms is used to get this letter. The person appointed on behalf of the person in a company is uploading the duties. Once if I am the CEO of your business, I'm just traveling for abroad for some of the years, I can appoint another person on behalf of me by stating that he is responsible and he can take the decisions like that. You can mention a list of things, and by this they can travel. I can travel it. So this type of things is very helpful for the company or organization to run their business so effectively. Collection letter means it is a letter written to a seller to a customer to recover or to collect the dues from the customer. Sometimes we can get the product on credit with paying the down payment money amount itself. So in future we have to pay the dues. So for that we need to write a letter that these dues can be settled within this week or this month or certain period. If the customer is not paid it on time, it necessary to remind the customer to make the payments, because most of the customers may forget to pay their dues. By this, the manufacturer or the agent or the organization people has to remind their customer, because customer stating that with a letter that you have purchased this number of products and on this date the due of the price is still pending, kindly acknowledge it. So these are the formal thing where we can use it for legal and in the business connection. Thank you for listening. Next class we can see the basics of other items. Thank you. Have a nice day.